Alright guys, today's video is going to be on modifying the Corvette C7 with a rear spoiler. I get this question asked a lot. Where do we get the spoiler? Well, we source it from another model. This is a safety first Corvette C5, and this is the wing that comes on those. And no, we don't have extras. We're going to contact a 3D printer guy to see if we can get, a good source of these, maybe send him one. But today's video, we're going to strip it off of this one. We're going to show you what we do to give it that really cool pro touring look. It's pretty basic. I think just about anybody can do it with some basic tools. And to start you off, this is what you're going to need. The hardest part of this project is going to be actually finding the rear wing itself. But once you do, this is how you install it. So you're going to need basic tools, either a screwdriver or a electric driver. We're going to use a 3/16 drill bit, some masking tape to lay out your 4 holes. For us, we're going to actually use this yellow one, and we're going to properly scuff it, prep it, and paint it. We're going to use our hydrographics paint here. This particular unit, we're going to go with a metallic graphite. And I'll go over how we prep that so you're going to need some maroon Scotch-Brite and some Dawn dish soap to properly clean it. That polypropylene does not like to have paint stick to it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to put the camera on the tripod and show you how we remove it and get this all laid out for installation. Alright, so removal is pretty dang easy. You take your drill driver and you remove the 4 screws, put it up in a high surface. You have pretty good access up underneath it. I got the drill, not the driver. Alright, we got the screws out. Now we're going to literally take it out. And that's what we have to work with. Typically it's a 15.5 to 15.75 center to center hole. But what we're going to do is we're going to lay it out on the back of this C7 once we put our tape down so that we can mark where we're going to drill our holes. Alright, so we're going to set this up here and get a roundabout measurement of where it's going to be. And then we're just going to put a couple pieces of tape on there so that we're not marking on our body. I know that it's 2 7/8 from the corner of this over. So I'm just going to put my tape on there. Does not like to stick because I wiped this down with some Armor All to give it a little bit of shine. Okay, so magic number was 2 7/8. Confirm it on both sides. So that's centered side to side, and then front to back, we're just literally going to eyeball it. Alright, so once you got it laid out where you're going to be, confirm that everything is where it needs to be, because we're getting ready to drill a hole. So we're going to just do a circle. Alright, so once you got all of your 4 holes lined up, just put a little dot, circle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this sharp tip probe and we're going to put a reference dot. Since our tape didn't stick, it ripped right off when we tried to drill through the tape. Alright, gonna drill our holes. And then a side note, we did keep all 4 screws into the front body. We didn't want to put one in the front body and then one in this rear clip that comes off. We've done it both ways. but it's kind of a pain in the butt if you got to take this rear panel off. And those will be just big enough to get your screws into there. So there was plenty of room on this one, guys, but over here there's just not enough room to get in there. So I'm going to recommend that you take your wheels off so that you can get your hand in the side. For you guys that have a stock ride on that you've never taken the wheels off, good luck. It's a pain in the butt to get these little hubcaps off. So here's a little tip though. It's got 3 little tabs, and my recommendation is to take a little screwdriver and press each one of those in at the same time. So 3 screwdrivers, and that will get it out with the least amount of damage onto your hubcap. What we did was we thread the axles so that we never have to deal with that, and we don't put the hubcap back in there. So we're going to take the axle out. Just going to slide that one over. Now we've got plenty of access to get our hands up in there. Sometimes you have some extra plastic material. So we're going to take our screws and we're going to start them into the holes. Alright, so if you guys aren't actually taking yours and changing the color or painting it, you can literally just line up the 4 posts. Get your driver and just screw it down. It's as easy as that. Basically all 4 of those, and that'll hold it down. But I don't want it to be black. I want it to stand out a little bit. So our next step is we're going to take it into the prep area, and we're going to scuff it down and get it ready for some metallic graphite paint. So pretty basic here, guys. You're just going to take your spoiler and your scuff pad and some Dawn, and you're just going to scuff the whole thing down. Basically, you're just trying to get something for the paint to bite into and also remove any oil or grease. Alright, so once you guys have your part all scuffed and clean, it should be squeaky clean. You're going to have clean hands with no oil on them. And this applies for all Power Wheels parts. It's made out of polypropylene, and there's actually a mold release injected into the mold, so it helps it pop out easier, and paint does not like to stick to it. So we've got it degreased, and we're going to go blow it off with the air compressor, and we'll meet you in the paint booth. Alright guys, we're in the paint booth and we're getting ready to apply our all-in-one. It's called One Hit Wonder for a reason. We use this for hydrographics or water transfer printing. It even says right on here, it's an adhesion promoter, primer, and base coat in one. That's why we're using it. But if you guys don't want to spend the, whatever it is, $8 a can for this, what I'd recommend is getting some of this Duplicolor adhesion promoter, spray on a coat of that. And then we have good luck with, we really like the nozzle, is this Rust-Oleum 2X. It's made for plastic. It's a paint and primer in one. It sticks really well. The thing is this is a kid's ride-on. They're going to beat the crap out of it. They're going to scuff it. They're going to nick it. It's just like anything. If you rub it on something, it's going to scrape the paint. So we like to just use the one step. We don't like to use base coat and then clear coat, because when you scratch it, it's a two-part and it makes it very hard to touch up. But if you're just using like one step, you can just literally scuff it a little bit to blend it and then spray it over again. Do that quite a bit. So we're just going to give this a coat. We're going to do a mist coat first. We hung it up on this chain with wire so that we can literally do the whole thing at once. And we're going to go from there. Alright, the paint cured. We went ahead and reinstalled it just like we were before in that last section of the video. And that's the finished product right there, guys. C5 Corvette spoiler on a C7 Powerwheels. This project's just about done the way we like it. Stay tuned for the next video. We're actually going to put a front splitter with some supports on there. So that's what we'll be doing in the next video. And then this sort of thing will be off to the auction block. So this will be up for sale real soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, thumbs up and smash that notifications bell. Alright guys, thanks for watching.